morning. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful morning here in Texas, and I'm excited to have another opportunity to come out and present to you some incredible things we are getting ready to do with my road dog below. I'm getting ready to bring her up because we're not going to waste any time this morning. So, welcome to Dr. Shirley Live, the Pray and Grow Richer broadcast. I'm excited about this and what we're doing today. Listen, it's a beautiful day, like I said, and we want you to have a beautiful day as well. I believe what we are saying today, going to share today and talk about today, is what you've been wanting to happen. But listen, before I get into all of this, let me go to Instagram. I got to go over there real quick and just go live on that platform. It's a little bit different when I do it like this. But hey, I want to be live over here as well. Okay, we're looking good. It says we are live now. I'm so excited. I got Dr. Melanie Bonita with me this morning as we're going to be talking about how you can expand your brand worldwide at one time. Did y'all hear me? One time. I know but it's gonna be up in lights. It's a little bit different. So this morning we want to talk briefly about the opportunity that we have that we can help you expand your brand and be right there among the lights, among the celebrities. People that might not let you in the door, but the door is here. It's open. So Dr. Melanie Bonita, come on up with me because you have been doing this for a while now. I know at least 3 years,
Yeah,
taking people to New York,
yeah.
blessing people's lives. And I know you're seeing that self-esteem changed and a lot of different things. So, Melanie, would you just take the a lead on this and tell people about this billboard experience that we're setting up for October? But the reality is, you already had one in March. You
Yeah.
probably gonna have something else. This is the girl. This is my go-to girl. So, welcome, Dr. Melanie Bonita, and if you'll just celebrate with me as well. She just recently got her elevation as a doctor, honorary doctor degree. I don't know if Kim Fields actually made it, but I know she was scheduled to be getting her honorary doctorate. But during that time, the lady that awarded you affirmed that on you, confirmed that on you. But God bless you, Melanie, to take the lead and talk about what's going on so we can help people get better position. Let them know we got them. If they're just, if they want to be on this board, they want their brand exposed, they want to work with us ongoing. Would you talk with them about that?
Absolutely, absolutely. And you said something very, very key, Dr. Clark. And thank you for having me on this morning. We are super excited about this billboard experience. But you said something that was key. You said brand awareness. And I don't think people realize like you have to have exposure like never before. In 2025, it's like the exposure, you want to be everywhere. And so with the billboards, there's so many benefits to being featured on a billboard in New York Times Square. We're talking about massive reach. They have over 50 million visitors annually. We're not talking about a billboard in your city. We're talking about
Come
in
on.
New York Times Square, lights, camera, action, right? We're talking about high impact. We're talking about, I mean, this is where people come from all over the world to go to New York Times Square. I mean, I want you to think about New Year's Eve. I want you to think about the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. But even on a daily basis, I mean, I could look at the cameras from where our billboard is on Dr. Clark, 3 o'clock in the morning, and you see people in the streets. It's called the city that never sleeps. And so you may have people looking at your business, your brand, your ministry. And in this case, we're going to be highlighting a special group of people. So I'm gonna let Dr. Clark talk about that in the beginning. But Dr. Clark, I'm so excited because I just had one of my clients on a billboard last Sunday, and it was for her birthday for her book, and she was so excited when she went up there and was able to see her billboard with her book on it and her photo and her brand. It was made her birthday so special, and just all the people around. I'm telling you, it was definitely definitely an exciting time to be in. Anytime is an exciting time to be on the billboard in New York Times Square.
So the thing that I love about this is that it's not, even though we specialize and we got the pink and purple on for cancer, breast cancer awareness, we're looking at men as well. I know that you're a dear friend with Les Brown. He has gone through this, dealt with cancer. God has sustained his life. So we want to have the men as well to know about this. So don't, I see Dr. Ralph Steele just said they thank you. Dr. Clark, thanks, he said, for your excellent professional leadership, and even put his website and all of that. But listen, here's what we want. Men, don't jump the ship, because we want to give you the opportunity as well to be on the board with Les Brown, because he had cancer, and so we're gonna, this is for you as well. And even we are open to, if you saying, well, I'm not in cancer, I don't know anybody, can you have empowerment board for women's on that? Absolutely, we can do a specialty board, but right now we want to make sure these boards get filled up, because we are partnering with Celebration Life here in the Dallas area. Sylvia Powers, and she's been at this over 35 years, and about 40 of her, and she's a photographer. And they did it in a hotel, a major hotel in Las Vegas this year, I believe it was. She went and saw 40 ladies' photos that she's taken of ladies. So she's been in the game a long time. She Richard Roundtree, the men that had breast cancer and things. They've been at her. There's celebrity spoken. She's well known, so we're partnering with her, and she has a run in October. I think it said 10,000 people participated, Melanie. And my mother passed, and that was one of the things that, when some things you can say, I would say a bridge vision version of when your people are living, your parents and people are living, when you're telling the story what you come through. But my mom is dead now. And the reality is, my sister said, my older sister, I ain't never know mama had cancer. I said, I know mama told my sister and I that they diagnosed her with it, Melanie. And she
Mhm.
told them doctors immediately. And that's when we were really small.
Wow.
I ain't got it. See, you're gonna need some faith. And she walked out.
Amen.
And she died at 90. So,
Wow. Praise
but the
God.
fact of the matter, she had warfare all life with seven kids. So we want to honor her by
Yes.
offering these boards for ladies that have gone through, or family members. Maybe you have a family member that, and you just want to represent, and you have a picture. You
Yes.
can put them on the board. You can
Absolutely.
sponsor. There's a whole lot that's going on here, Melanie. But the thing I wanted to do is get behind Celebrating Life this year, because my mom is dead now, and then she was involved in domestic violence. And
Wow.
so she had to leave us behind, 7 kids. She asked some people, caregivers, to take, watch us, which back then was foster care. I was age 5 through 8. That we was in foster care, 7 kids. But the reality was we got abused severely. So when she got us back, we was in a bad place. So the fact of the matter, she left a domestic situation. Her children
Wow.
end up in a domestic situation. So I'm honoring her ability to be a godly woman in spite of what happened. She never talked about it, Melanie. And I think this is a way that I can honor her and give back to those as a whole. This is an opportunity. I'm giving back now. And
Amen.
we want to, this is what, Melanie, God will bring people into your lives and position you ready for these types of opportunities. And Dr. Melanie Benita, I believe God positioned her in my life at this time. So we want to celebrate all of you, cancer survivors, domestic violence survivors. And if you, I'm not even, there's some people I want to sponsor, meaning I need some help, guys. I know one of my friends, and I say I would love to see you on the board. It's not that she can't do it, but the fact of the matter, they're building things. But she was the ones that got drug in the streets, Melody,
Mm.
and neighbors looking. Mental health promise 30 years. So you
Wow.
somebody got to, so if you want to even sponsor, you can reach out to us as well. And you said, listen, that lady you talked about, and some of your mom, I want to do something for your mom. You can still just let us know. I'll have my information up as well, Melanie, that they can give and contact me and give. But Melanie, can you talk a little bit more about that board and even the experience, what we're going to, it's not just the boards. Can you talk about that? a little bit more about the experience itself.
Absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. And I thank God for this opportunity to be expand your brand being featured on the billboard. And like she said, for this particular boards that we are sharing about today, one for breast cancer wellness, breast cancer survivors, and domestic violence survivors. And like she said, we're going to be uh, honoring men with prostate cancer as well. And so we're super excited that God gave us this opportunity while we're in New York Times Square. However, we're not just going to be experienced and being features on the billboard. That's right. Sponsoring someone is an amazing idea because again, like you said earlier, you don't have it and you're not diagnosed with it. And you never, I declare and decree that you never get anyone under the sound of my voice never gets breast cancer or never have a domestic violence situation. But I know for me, I actually had a cousin that passed from a domestic violence situation. Her husband actually killed her and then shot himself. And their children had to grow up without parents. And the grandmother, aunts, other family members blessed them and of course stepped in and taken care of the children. But at the same time, we have to know that this is an experience. And so we're excited about the experience. And so at the experience, while we're in New York Times Square, it's a time to network with other overcomers, with other survivors. Amen. God said we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. They can share testimonies with each other. So while we're there, we're going to have an experience where we'll be able to go and be in the studio audience. Praise God. And of course, it's not guaranteed, but we definitely, last time we went, the last couple of times we were in the studio audience of the Tamron Hall show, the studio audience of the Sherry Shepherd show. We definitely, I mean, it was truly, truly, truly an experience, and we enjoy the experience. We'll have a networking event where you can network with other survivors. We have other options for us to fellowship with, just being encouraging. Tea Around Town. I'm not sure how many of you have heard about Tea Around Town, but that's an optional experience that we will be doing while we're there as well. But there's so many different experiences. Oh, I love Dr. Clark is sharing the information. So it's the Breast Cancer Awareness Month, Survivors of Domestic Violence, October 8th through the 11th. You want to mark your calendars now. You don't want to just mark your calendars. You want to join us on this experience because guess what? This is an opportunity, and I already know spaces are going to go quickly. They're going to go fast. And so if you want to be a part, I'm telling you that last experience we did for International Women's Day in March, those slots went quickly, went fast. So thank you, Dr. Clark, is showing our amazing website. She's showing some images of some of the billboards I've done in New York Times Square with the great Les Brown, the legendary and great Les Brown. There's a billboard of me with our Speak for Wealth magazine was one we did as well back in November. And so again, this will be the experience of a lifetime. Seriously, this will be the experience of a lifetime. There's some of the images on Tamron Hall's show, and she's going to show, we did some videos with the Sherry Shepherd show as well. I'm telling you, look, that's us. That's me and Dr. Shirley Clark at the Sherry Shepherd show. And so when I tell you these experiences, it's so funny because not only did Sherry Shepherd show it once, look, we having a good time in New York Times Square, but she just recently re-aired it. And people was like, you were on the Sherry Shepherd show again? And I was like, yay! And so because right now she's away for vacation, she's re-airing previous episodes. So you may not only be on the Sherry Shepherd show once, but you may be on it multiple times. Isn't that right, Dr. Clark?
Exactly.
You may be on it multiple times. Look, Crystal said sponsoring someone is an amazing idea because again, you don't have to have it. You don't have to know anyone that you could just sponsor someone to be
Exactly.
on this billboard, someone you know, it will just make their day. It will be a blessing to them. Just really sponsoring someone else. So I'm excited, Dr. Clark. I really am.
You know what? And that's what people need to understand. It's a good time.
It
We
is.
really had such an incredible time when we went. We had a several, and that, with some of them, we were able to do individual boards. So what you need to do is go to the website. I'm gonna put the website up right now. Let's go ahead and
Awesome.
have things up where you can go and right there go
Yes.
there and you select the deal that you want. We know that some people might want more. One of the things we have learned with this is that people need they be saying, well, I need this and need that, and we are in the game for you. And let me go ahead and remove all that. We're in the game for you. Some people still, we're saying expand your brand, Melanie, but people really don't have their brand in place like
Mhm.
that we want them to. So we've even put a package together that deals with your brand. There are several of them. Especially, we got three options for them because we realize some of you don't even you don't know how to get on do press releases, ABC. We're going to be doing all kinds of things that I love. When we get together, not only my firm is, I consider $1 million firm because of my clients are 6, 7, 8 figures, and not on that, I I receive millions of dollars, and now I'm $1 million, you know, a coach and everything. But here's the thing: we want you to know is that we just don't want you on the board, but if that's your lowest common denominator, but let me tell you what we do. We put you in that showdown. You will always be able to say, I was on the Sherry, in the audience. That's part of your brand. That's part of your resume. Is that not correct, Melanie? That this is ongoing. It's not like you got to hide out now. This is true. We want you to use
Absolutely.
it. Use your stuff, baby.
Absolutely. Put it on
You,
your website. Put it on your bio. In
mhm.
addition to putting it on your bio and on your website, put it on your social medias over and over again. You don't just have to put it on
And
Facebook. You don't just have to put it on
I
Instagram.
know
You
you.
put it on your website. Keeps it there. She was on our Speak for Wealth billboard. So I'm telling you right now, like Dr. Clark said, use it over and over and over again. Absolutely.
Yeah, you put in your press kit, your speakers kit, you put it in all of those branding kits, everything that, and see what we did too, Melanie, I did is that I watched the show. And when I knew we were on it, and so when the frame came up, I was ready to click it. So we were actually on this show. You need to understand what I'm saying. In the audience, it's your see. We were actually being seen on the Sherry Shepherd show live. So we're not lying that we were audience guests, but we were also saw seen on the Sherry Shepherd show. You got to get this thing. So as long as you have the picture, so they shot all of us at one time. We had three of all of us, and so I captured that image. And so you can send that image out and say, "Hey, this is me at the Sherry Shepherd show. I'm seen here in the audience, and you are not lying." And this is what I love, Melanie, training people. We are really making this as a boot camp, an incubation center to help people understand we're here to really expand your brand. That and the piece that I love about also about the billboard, Melanie, is that I can be here, and I did this here. Matter of fact, I flew back into Texas, and I thought to myself, I didn't get my board that I the way I wanted. And so around 11 o'clock, it was supposed to come up at 11:05. I had my camera set, so it's live. So when they showed my board, I said, click it. I framed it. You know, but what I'm saying is, I can be in where Africa watching the boards
Anywhere in the
in
world.
New York. We can talk about
Absolutely.
that. 'Cause that's if they tell you it's coming up 11:05. That's what I love. You know the timing, yet your boards come up 3 or 4 times in the whole hour. And that's what you can be. And so you can position your friends, and you might have family members in the military in Japan, Okinawa, where I went, spoke at. You can call and tell everybody, watch me. They could be in London. You can tell them to watch you on the board. Melanie, this is such a major game changer. When you showed me, gave me that link and said it was live. So what I didn't get in New York, I got in Texas. And this is amazing.
Absolutely.
This is beautiful. This is just a beautiful experience. We had a great time with Tamara Hall show, and they are so gracious. The people just professional. They handle us with care, and that's what I want people to know. They know they doing their job, and we came to be a blessing, and they honored us for being there as well. So, Melanie, I don't know how much more we can say, but so we're doing boards for Cancer Awareness Month, domestic violence, but we're also doing one for men as well that had cancer, or anyone that wants to sponsor someone. This is, am I filling in all the gaps? I want to make sure that people understand, if you can't do it and you want to honor somebody else and you have a picture, they can still go on the board. You said 5 people per board, so we can have as many boards as we want. We just need to, and then we invite you to come and join us here. If you don't want to come to New York, but I'm telling you, you're going to miss out on it. Please do it. Bring your whole family with you. Your family can come and y'all can go and have a party and do other things. But we'll be doing a lot of things. We want to see if a Broadway show, a tea, or whatever. We're going to make this a whole experience. And we work with the hotels as well. We will have let people know, if we know a block of people coming, then we'll do a block. If not, y'all come at different times. We'll just give you the hotel information on the site. Melanie, it is such an incredible opportunity. So close us out, Melanie, with anything else we need to say about this. Melanie,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Can
any,
you hear me?
yeah, any last minute things you want to say that they need to know about the boards, how to participate? What do they need to do?
No, I just want them, just that they need to go ahead and join us. They need to go to the website right now that's on the screen so that they could go ahead and sign up and go ahead and participate, because they don't want to miss out on this opportunity. There are limited spots. I will
Yeah,
say that. I want to add that again. There are limited spots. So because there are limited spots, you want to make sure you get your spot now. We do have payment plan options available as well. And so I don't want you to look at it and say, oh, that's not in my budget. This is not the season. Now is the time, and the person is you. Okay. And I'm telling you right now, it is a life changing opportunity to just really, again, like Dr. Clark said, just be a blessing to someone by sponsoring them, or just going ahead and really, yeah, just take that leap of faith. Look, we walk by faith and not by sight. And
yeah,
so I just want you to go ahead and move forward and what you need to do so that you could be on the billboard in New York Times Square. I promise you, when you see, I had one, let me just share this story real quick, Dr. Clark. I had one lady, she said, I really didn't understand what I signed up for till I saw myself up on that billboard in New York Times Square. She said it really didn't hit her until she was actually in Times Square and she experienced it. She like tears, like literally tears, and was crying because she was just like, I'm on a billboard in New York Times Square. Like it really didn't hit her. Like she was just like what just happened? you know? So
I know. I
seriously,
know
because
I know the feeling, okay?
and
Melanie,
so
I know the feeling, okay? That was my first one, and I knew I wanted to do it, but it just wasn't the moment, the timing, or whatever. But there was nothing could have prepared me for that moment. People were looking, we were screaming, and yay! Folks were taking pictures. It was so many people there, and the thing that I love, the board ain't hitting. It's right across the street, right where all the big boards. You had all kinds of people was on the board, celebrities are on these different boards. See, don't let people talk you out of your blessing. I'll tell you, you're right there in the midst. I
I'm
think there was a
telling
board
you,
up that had Jennifer Hudson was on a board. Come on, you can't. There was all kinds of celebrity late night people was, their boards, hosts and things was up on the boards, different boards, so you could always stay
absolutely.
there. My board was among all these types of boards. So, this is the way that God wants to bless you. See, go to the website. Here's how the payment plan work is that go to the website. We have a payment solution. And when you get there, you have 3 or 4 options, maybe more. And you just try each one. It's like QVC. Everybody know that HSN, you got
Mhm.
6 flex payment. So your payment is with our payment solutions. You just select it, and then they're in whatever soft pool. I promise you, it's no big deal. This is how people been able. They might say, Melon, oh, I won't get my money until September. Okay, that's why you want to do the payment solutions, because it allows you to get the set
Absolutely.
money now, get you set up and positioned for us. And then when you get the money, you can pay the whole thing off. It might be 4 payment. I did one like was for a client for about $500. We were doing one, and they were like, "Well, just go with the 12." They said, "Just put it for 12 months." He said, "But I'm gonna pay this off." See, it gives you the ease, but it positions you to don't just wait. Go ahead and do what you need to do and secure yourself, and then they take care of. They'll tell you what they can do. The reality was they told me for him, so but well, we can approve you up to $8,000. We didn't need eight, Melody. We were just doing five, but
Well, you
now
know
five.
what? I love what you said, Dr. Clark, because I don't even think they'll realize it's even better than a credit card because
Yeah.
one, they don't do um a hard pull credit check. And
Mm-mm.
two, some of the options have 6 months with zero interest.
Right.
And so
They
if you're
don't have exactly. You're
right,
exactly
six
right.
months with zero interest, right, 6 months with zero interest can really get you where you're paying with zero interest for 6 months. So yes, I'm really, really honestly and truly excited about that payment plan option that people can take a hold of. So thank you. Yes, go ahead, join the payment plan option. It's right on the link as well, where you can go ahead and get that. So yeah, like she said, you look, use the payment plan. Just don't miss out on the opportunity.
Yeah.
Dr. Clark, we like to say, I don't know if you heard this acronym before. POUR means passing over opportunity. Have you heard that acronym before?
Yes, ma'am. Say it again because you blanked out.
POUR
Passing.
means passing over opportunities repeatedly. And so you don't want to miss out on this opportunity. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. We don't know when we're going to do it again. You may have somebody say, "Oh, can I do it later? Can I do it?" Just somebody told me, "Oh, catch me back in 6 months." We might not be doing this again in 6 months. So
You better get it while the iron is hot. Uh, I
you say
promise
that
you,
again.
one thing I want to say, my first is this November, my first experience with doing this with Melanie. It was no drama. Absolutely. She knew exactly where to go, what to do, where to go and eat. She had everything mapped out for us. Some people you get a lot of drama along the way. It was one of the most easy experience, and it's just not a whole lot of extra with this. We take care of the back end, the whole. Nana, I went the hotel, and she's recommended to make some changes on that. Say, hey, let's get closer here. Let's do this. I listen to people that have experience. You know, you know, why are we doing? And she said, I want to do this, offer a VIP room for those others one that might need some more networking at that higher end. So she knows what she's doing. She's been in, and we got the hotel, the airports listed on the site. where you fly, the frequent asked questions. We got it all there because I know we're dealing with grown people and things happen, and you always want to know certain things. So we learned over years. Let's do a frequent asked question because I know we got the airports where you fly into that we're gonna have some additional hotels there on the site eventually, and then it won't take long, probably another week or so. We have all of that up, but we just want you to know we have your back, even in the transportation area. We're looking at the best way to do this and make it easier for everybody. Melanie, this is such a great opportunity. I thank God for you and you just being what, knowing what to do. And you made it very easily for me to invite. And I'm a little leery when I'm doing something for the first time and I bring my people with me. And so I'm a little nervous, but Melanie, I mean, it was done in the spirit of excellence. Told us what time. We followed instructions. We were there enough to get positioned so we could be right there at our board across the street. And you don't want to come. You plan on going all these different places and then you miss the board. And that's another problem. Sometimes people say, I got family members. You got to understand if you want the best, you want to wait till after everything is done to go see the family because we're making this an experience for you. And if you don't get the experience, then they might come back and say, well, Melon, I just did the bull, but then nothing never happened. We don't want that. We want you to give your time to this. And I promise you, your life will radically change. People would like, I see y'all. They were just so excited when we got back with all these videos and showing them what God had done. And so we love you and thank you for joining us today. Listen, go to the website. Dr. Shirley Clark, you see it, it's streaming there at the bottom. We got it up. So for those of you need a double take, listen, also if you want to sponsor, I need you to go where my email was Shirley at Dr. Shirley Clark. Write me and say, Dr. Clark, I love what you're saying. I like to donate $500. I like to donate 1,000, 2,000. These boys are not cheap, but because we're able to put more people on the board. Melanie, as we close, I think years ago these boys were like, was it 20 million? I don't know how much was it, 50,000? I don't know. Used to be for you to be on the board like this, and now we're having it with just the
I
thousands of.
had one of my clients. Yes, I had one of my clients look it up years ago before they had digital billboards, and she said it was $1 million. And she stayed in New York Times Square and she was looking at all the billboards and said, one day I'm going to be on a billboard in New York Times Square. And we were able to make that happen for her. We were able to make her dream come true. But I want to say this real quick because the billboard is not just going to be up one time or two times. That billboard will be up 80 times that one day. 80 times, Dr. Clark.
80
Yeah.
time, guys. 80 times. And then for those who
80
want to
times.
do the individual board, we're going to do a group. And those who want the individual board, that second level, you're gonna have your own board. You can put your books on it, your brand on it, your logo, whoever you want it. Most people put their books. I'm an author. I'm a speaker. You can do your individual board. I'm telling you, the girl got it going on. My girl, Dr.
Absolutely.
Melanie. I was like, Dr. Melanie, I'm gonna have my own board too. She said, yes, Dr. Clark. You're gonna have your own board. So I was able to put my books on there, maybe 4 books with me, as well as with the group with Les Brown, the Speak for Well magazine. She just did she made me feel like I was on top of the world. Listen, I got a Superman cape on because of Dr. Melanie Bonita. I left there. I thought I was like John Travolta, on Saturday night, a fever walking, because this is how you feel. Now think about it. I own a PR and marketing firm. Look
Mhm.
how I felt. Now, what do you think is going to
Absolutely.
happen to you? And I knew the value of what she had just done. And so I got it
Mhm.
everywhere. I'm fit to put it out again because we people need to see it. So we're getting ready to run all our boards. We're going to run all the videos again all the way until October and continue. But as we get new boards, and Melanie has a lot more boards than me, but we're going to keep this thing going. I can't stress though, move fast because when we're talking 20, 20 people, that's five on each board. That's not many. I know I invited 600 people more just through Facebook, LinkedIn, and then I went out on Twitter. And then I'm getting ready to do this every day, three, four times a day. I want to shut this down in the next couple of weeks. That's it,
Yeah,
Melanie. I don't want to be dragging this out.
right.
I think
Absolutely.
we need to shut this down. And if there's something else we need to do, we'll move on. But we need to shut this down in the next couple of weeks. This is not a time to drag your feet. I'm gone. I know we said about 30 minutes, so I guess we started about 5 minutes a little bit later because we were making sure our colors were good here. So, Melanie, if you said you had one last thing you had to tell the people, I know you said poor, passing over opportunity to repeat it. What would be that last thing you would say? Do it.
I would say just don't miss out. Don't miss out because and there were a lot of people that missed out on the last billboard I did for International Women's Day. And when they saw the footage, when they saw everybody, when they saw us up in the billboards, when they saw us having a good time up in New York on social media, they said, I wish I had made that one. I wish I didn't miss out. I wish I would have walked by faith and not by sight. So go to drshirleyclark.org/billboard and go ahead and get your billboard now. Now, now. Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. Get your billboard because I'm telling you, the spaces, she said it's going to go fast. It's going to go fast. So,
How you say, Melon, like the great Les Brown says, that's our story, and we are sticking to it. Listen, do what you need to do and make it happen. We love you. God bless you. Hope you have a very, very wonderful day. Thank you, Dr. Melanie Benita, for just making this opportunity available to all. God bless.
God bless. Bye bye.